What is missing is this real belief that business should be more about public good than private greed. Whatever law this country gives or puts in place to protect my health or the environment, if it gets in the way of trade, it is suppressed. And consistent environmental laws is suppressed if it gets in the way of trade. Now, so the governments are in the bloody pockets of businesses. So who's going to control this most powerful institution? Business is more powerful than politics, and it's more powerful than religion. So it's not going to be government. The United Nations hasn't got a prayer on this. It's going to be the vigilante consumer. And I remember in Seattle, where I was at the protest march, the Shell official was saying to me, we don't care about government regulations, we control that. What we care about is consumer revolt. Walmart is now bigger than 150 major countries in terms of its wealth. How does it get there? Really easy. Price competition. How do we all buy into that? Because we're all looking for cheap prices. How do you get these cheap prices? Child labor, sweatshop labor. Have a look at the factories. A Nigerian village, which Shell owns in southern Nigeria, and you walk through the villages and you're walking through 4 inches of oil. You see the naked flares. They're completely contaminating the communities. Villages where pipes are carousing through the village. You go into hospitals where women are having cesareans with no anesthetic. I don't think any product should enter these lands that has been tarnished by child labor or sweatshop labor. And yet, it's allowed by the World Trade Organization. They think that businesses has only one reason to exist, which is to support your financial investors. And they're mean-spirited, and generosity and wealth should be the ability to be generous. Be an irritant. If you think you're too small to be effective, you've never been to bed with a mosquito. One question by fax to a food manufacturer a year or so ago, 1999, was enough to get out their GM ingredients out of their baby food. Ask the questions. Support any group that gives a sense of reverence or care to indigenous groups. They are the most unrepresented peoples and nations, and yet their wisdom is so gigantic, and to ignore that wisdom it's like burning down libraries. So what happens to the human spirit when more than 2 billion people live on less than $2 a day and we don't give a fuck? A culture where thousands and thousands and thousands of ads from the day you're born to the day you die, your age, thousands, mostly directed to your wife or your girlfriend, because it's about how they can keep women passive. Mostly it's not engaging the human spirit. It's saying, we'll shape you, we'll alienate you from your body, we can control you, and it's a phenomenal strategy that's worked.
A lot of our youth, they're affected by some very potent and powerful imagery out there, like the NBA, Michael Jordan, Pepsi, Sony, those golden arches, Burger King, you name it, man. They're symbols. They rule. They are dominating our landscape culturally. So I'm in the business of showing other dominant cultural imagery as well and saying, hey, let's not forget about they are who we are. Most people don't even want to be Māori, believe it or not. Or they don't want to be Polynesians, you know. They want to be what's coming out of that square in the corner of their lounge. They want to be that. They want to be like Tupac and Puffy Combs and these other people. That's who they want to be. Because that's more attractive than being Māori. You know, there's billions of dollars poured into making it so. You know, we ain't got no resources like that. You know, we just got kooky fellas like me who just carve sculptures for the rest of their life and laugh in the face of Western society, you know, and say, hey, I'm going to do it this way.
I see young people meeting in two different places. The first place is the shopping mall, where you have to buy this, you have to buy this, and as long as you keep buying and hanging out in the mall, you're cool with us. As soon as you step outside of the shopping mall and you stop buying all of our bullshit, we're gonna send police after you because you're meeting in groups of 4 or 5 or 6, because your hair is too long, because you haven't washed your pants this week, because you might be smoking a little herb, because you might have put some artwork up on the wall. And that's what this whole bullshit is about. It's about money. It's about making sure that kids stay in shopping malls where they can stay passive, where they can stop thinking, and where they can give more money into the system that keeps them doing those things.
They will go to the musk deer, kill it, and scrape the perfume from its anus in order for a woman or for a person to smell fragrant. This is knowledge. This is criminal behavior. So when they get this bovine disease, what they call it, mad cow disease, they all clamor, kill the cows. They should kill their fucking selves and leave the cow be.
Thank you for using this service. Please come again soon.
hunters and gatherers of the land, spiritually linked with the land, only taking from the land what is needed. But today, when our people see or hear about a special place, a sacred big machinery, these special places might not mean nothing to non-Aboriginal people, but believe me, these special places, they mean a lot for our people spiritually. These places are the dreaming places. And today, even though our people are living and adapting into this lifestyle, it's very important that we keep our dreaming alive for our young ones, our children's identity.
Nobody does it any better than the Māori. We are the most killed by alcohol, most killed by cigarettes. We kill each other the most. We fill the jails, we fill the mental institutions. You know, so it's working very well, thank you very much right now for the powers that be.
Some people went around interviewing dying patients, but not one person said they regretted not making more money or working harder. They all seemed to say their regrets were not spending more time with the people they loved and not traveling more and relating more to the world and the planet.